Welcome to IELTS Band Up, where IELTS is made easy. Hello everybody, Adam here with another IELTS Band Up video. I've got a very special video for you today. I'm interviewing one of my very good friends, Patrick Laird, who is currently an IELTS examiner. It's not his real name, but because he is a current examiner, I have to hide his information and, I just don't want him to get in trouble. So unfortunately, I will be preventing you from seeing his handsome face. You're just stuck with me. In the interview, this is one of, a few. It's a long interview where we talk about a variety of topics, things related to IELTS, how examiners really think. So I think you'll really find it useful. Please, if you could, subscribe, tell other people. This channel is very useful. Between the two of us, we have 20 years of IELTS examining experience. So I really hope you like this. Please subscribe and enjoy the interview. One more thing I want to mention is I apologize for the sound quality. I'm not sure whether it was the Zoom software or my microphone, but Patrick sounds quite clear. I don't. I'm a little disappointed in the sound quality. You can hear me well, but again, I'm a little disappointed in the sound quality, but I'm very happy with the content. So enjoy the video. Okay. All right, I'm here with my good friend, Patrick. Patrick, thank you for joining us today.
Hi.
Much like me, Patrick is an examiner. I was an examiner. He's still examining. And how long have you been examining, Patrick?
Good question. Coming up for 10 years, I think. Still currently examining.
Okay, and I stopped around 10 years. But the one thing that makes Patrick quite different from me is he's been in far more countries.
That's right.
How many different countries do you think you've done IELTS in?
Actually examining 3. Teaching IELTS 7, I think.
Wow.
7 countries.
And
so just been around a bit.
Just for people who don't know, I've done the majority of my examining in Korea, which is about 90% Koreans, let's say 5% Chinese and 5% international students here. So it's great to have Patrick here because, unlike me, he's actually encountered a lot more people with a different first language. So he's got a lot of experience, but it's worth noting the IELTS test is the same everywhere. Would you agree?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, because there is have you heard the rumor that, it's sometimes easier in different countries?
I've heard that rumor, but as an examiner, we mark the test and conduct the test in exactly the same way wherever.
Yeah, and, what's your experience with the training in different countries?
The training is standardized across the globe. So yeah, the way that they train you to be an examiner and to examine the test is exactly the same wherever you are.
Right. And like I said, these are things that I know, but it's just worth hearing because people do have this misconception that it is easier in some places, especially if they're living in Australia, for example, they come back to Korea because they think it's easier. If you're in like a English first environment like Australia or England, they'll actually go back to their home country because they think it's easier.
Yeah, I mean, I currently examine in the UK and I've examined overseas, and I've had the experience of students coming back to be examined in their home country, and the test is exactly the same. The way they mark their marks is exactly the same.
Great. Well, I think that's a great start. And what we want to do today, and thank you so much for doing this with me, is just to give, to kind of give a little peek behind the curtain of like what examiners actually do. Like, we are human. We have we have a rubric. We're standardized. We get we get reviewed all the time. But at the end of the day, we are humans dealing with other humans, and we're not perfect. But we are about as objective as we can be given what we have to do. Would you agree?
Yeah, I thought maybe I can talk you through like the process that I use as an examiner to mark candidates. I've been in situations where I've marked 6 candidates in a day, and been in situations where I've marked 21 candidates in a day. But the process for me is usually similar.
And like, I guess I'm just wondering how candid we can be in this. Like, again, we're human, right? Like, we don't come in feeling the same every day, and people
Yeah.
do give a first impression when we meet them. And I guess if we were having a beer or a coffee, we can laugh about that. But what would you recommend to people when they first meet the examiner? Because we're guilty of maybe pigeonholing or stereotyping slightly right out the bat, right?
Well, as they say, yeah, first impressions count.
Right.
And I think as an examiner, you want someone to be friendly. And I know it's difficult, but try not to show nerves visibly, because that's kind of, an examiner is trying to create a connection with the candidate, because we have 15 minutes, we need to enjoy the conversation as well. So just to be friendly and to smile and make eye contact are really crucial at the start, definitely.
And again, I don't want to stereotype any country, but it's a bit refreshing. Like when I get a band 5, I've had band 5s from France, and they're not nervous at all, and they just they don't care, and it comes off in their favor, even though they're how you say, and like it's rude to say like that, but it's much more comfortable than someone who's like got their fingers dug into the desk stressing and sweating. And I'm sure you feel the same, right? It's a human interaction. Try to relax, and you've done what you can up until that point, and being noticeably stressed seems to work against people.
I think confidence, and sometimes, like I said, I've examined 21 candidates in a day, and when you get to 15, 14 candidates, the energy levels with the examiner will go down. It's a fact of life. So being friendly, being confident, and just communicating are really, really important.
Thank you very much for watching, and here's some more videos that you might be interested in. Please subscribe, please share it with people, as this would really help me a lot. Give it a thumbs up, add some comments, and I wish you the best of luck on your next IELTS test.